here's another new episode of Spill the Tea. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today video, I thought since it's kind of nearing finals week and the end of semester, why not do a video on my first year in college? So let's get started. So college, in my opinion, I mean, it's worth it if you want to, further your education after high school, go for that career you want and everything. But some people don't go to college, so whatever. So let's start off with fall semester. So as most of y'all should know, I'm in college. I go to college, even though, it says it right here on the stupid shirt. I go to Brooklyn College. I'm a freshman. Oh, Jukes said you're smarter than us. Anyway, but okay, so the fall semester was annoying. So let's see. The classes I was taking fall semester, I was taking theater. No, not even theater. Intro to acting, intro to philosophy, intro to computer application, art history, and English 1010. Those are the classes I was taking. Did I pick it? No. So months before, I was freshman orientation for the summer I went for. So during that, we got a paper with selected group boxes. So in CUNY, I think all CUNY does this. They have pathway and gateway classes. Gateway is classes towards your major, and pathway is just the general education classes that you need to take in order to graduate. So we had to pick one set of boxes where it has different classes to get an idea of our first schedule, and then we got ranked these elective classes from 1 to 10 and shoot for the best. So I didn't get into the top choices of my elective classes. I got into my 4th and 5th one, so which was theater and computer application. English 1010 was a required course, so there was no way of me not taking that, because in CUNY or college in general, you're supposed to have 1 year of English. So with CUNY, they break off English into two semesters for 1 year. So in the first semester you take this first part of English, then the next semester you take the next part of English. So I took the first part, was the freshman beginning 1010, and I was taking philosophy because the block I picked had art history, which is my major. Well, art is my major, but I need to take art history class for my major, and the only other class that had it with it was philosophy. Okay, let's get into why fall semester was So theater was the reason why it was because I generally just have stage fright. So as my finals and midterms for that class, I had to perform a scene with a partner in my class as my midterm, and then my final was to memorize a monologue and present it to the front of the class. Bro, even though I do have stage fright, my teacher said I nailed my monologue, and I nailed that shit real quick. I'm not even gonna lie, I did memorize my whole monologue the day of the final. No jokes. On the train ride to class, I was sitting there memorizing my monologue because I was like, I'm not with this. So I managed to end up getting a B in the class because I missed an assignment. Well, no, I didn't miss it. I did it, but it wasn't to her standard. So it's whatever. Gotta be. English. Oh, English was the pain of my nightmare, but also good because I met my friend Amanda. She was my first college friend. She did recognize me when we was in the club room area, and then she was like, "Aren't you in my English class?" I was like, "I don't know you, probably," but whatever. So my English professor was a fiction story, right? every essay we wrote was like telling a story. I get some stories should be like writing it. Some essays should be like writing a story, but everything we did was like telling a whole story. Like, bro. And she used to give essays every week. Oh my god, it was ridiculous. As we finish one essay, we get a new one. As we do the new one, we have to revise the old one, then do a new essay. Every week. It was really annoying. And it's not like, okay, she would teach the class, but like what she would teach is like basic things that we learn in like elementary of English, like grammar mistakes and everything. She made the whole class go to tutoring to make sure we don't even make those damn mistakes. Did any of us go? No. I think we all went one time and that was it. There's some people who really need the help, but I'm pretty sure we all went one time. Yo, I gotta be in that class, yo, because the way all my essay was coming, I was like, yo, I have not been writing all summer. My English writing was kind of rusty. I'm getting B's on all my freaking assignments. I was like, oh. And then B in the class, I was like, oh, I can work with that. I get to go to the next class. Doesn't matter. Computer application. Basically that class is like you learn how to like put everything into like spreadsheets and stuff like that. So like learn how to use Excel, Access, and like organize like computer data. So like if you work at a company and you need to file like online track records of certain things, that was basically that class is teaching you. The professor was good, but the only problem was the fact that that class was from 3:40 to 4:55 across campus, and right before I had English on a different campus. I was on East Quad for English, and that class is on West Quad, and I only had 10 minutes to get a class. But here's the thing. It's right there. This is the street. The space between my two hands is the street size. But the light takes like more than 10 minutes to change. So I used to be like rushing to class the minute English and me leaving and going to class, make sure I'm not late, because we gotta sit there and wait for the professor. And I low-key did not know anyone in my class, so I gotta make sure I was there with the people who are supposed to be in my class in case the professor's not there and I could just leave. But I got a C in that class because of one assignment that like was kind of low and I really didn't care. But those are like pretty good. But the only problem with that, no, because of the classes, it was because of the finals. All my finals was all mixed up. I had English was my first final. Then no, I had English, and I found out my art history final was the same day as my English final. English was from what was it from? 8 to 12? 10 to 12? 10 to 12. It was from 10 to 12, and my art history final was from 11 to and our regular class time. It was annoying because we can't move English because every freshman was required to take that English final at that same day. So my art history final got moved. It got moved to the last day of the semester, the last day of finals and semester, which was December 21st, I believe. Yes, I had to go to school December 21st for a final that I literally sat there, went through in like 10 minutes and left because this shit was ridiculous. Speaking of, it was ridiculous because I hate the fact that it was moved all the way to then. We were all saying let's get a take-home test, but he was like, if he gives us a take-home test, it'll be much harder. They don't care. It was gonna be much harder. We could be doing it at the comfort of my home, not coming to campus. My professor pissed me off with that one. No, not even that. CUNY pissed me off with that one because their final, they be telling us, oh, check their final schedules for each class to make sure they're no conflict. But the final class schedule for those any classes don't be up yet. How the hell are we supposed to check for that? Or if it be up, it doesn't make sense because everything's always keep changing. Stupid. Then I already talked about my data final. My computer application final was to come. That thing went from 3 to 5:30. I was like, oh, I left at 4:50 something. But it was like, oh, you do each of these problem solving things. I was like, yes, because that final is basically what he taught, was the study guide that he like showed us in class. So it was like simply remembering that. But my easiest final that I'm so happy to say I got a whole 100 on was my philosophy final, because for that our professor did not want to give us a final in general. But CUNY Brooklyn College rules is like every writing instructor in class have to have a final, or every class just have to have a final in general, some nonsense like that. So she was like, oh, okay, final is pick a topic that we talked about in class and write a paragraph explaining that topic. Me being smart as ever, I decided to do a topic that we just finished talking about, and everyone like had a strong viewpoint, and I could just use that like part of my thing. So I got there late because the bus took forever to come. So when I got there, it was like 10 minutes into the exam, I believe. So as I walked in, I low-key like wrote out, because she said we could plan our paragraphs ahead of time, which was lit. So I wrote out my paragraph the day before, and then I sat there memorizing as I got to school. As I got there, every sentence I wrote on that paper I memorized was like in my brain. As I sat down, I wrote in this is like no jokes or anything, in a matter of like 2 minutes I was done. Everyone else was still writing. I was like, I got here late and y'all still writing? 2 minutes I was out. And when I found out I got 100, I was like, yo, what? I got 100. Yo, I thought I was supposed to be failing, not because I literally just wrote everything that's on top of my head and everything. Oh, bro, that shit was crazy. But like, first semester was only because of the fact that my finals are all mixed up and everything, and I had to go the last day for final, and I was taking classes that I was so not comfortable with. But if I didn't take those classes, I wouldn't have met like the friends I have, like Amanda and my other friends. So we get winter break. We ain't gonna skip the fact because I did shit over winter break. I did nothing. So it is spring semester. I'm taking English 10-12, the second part of the English 10-10. 2D basic design, 3D basic design, and what was the other class I'm taking? The 3D English. I'm taking another class. What class am I taking right now? What class am I taking? What the fuck am I? Music. Wow. I'm still like taking those classes. I never got. Yeah, I'm taking music, English 10-10. 2D and 3D basic design. I was so happy because I'm knocking out my art credits, and I finished English 10. I finished my last English class I really do have to take for a year for like the rest of college. So spring semester start. Anyway, spring semester starts, right? So we go back. My first class is on Monday, which is 2D and English. So not that having thing in 2D design, kind of boring. English was funny. So I walk into my English class, right? I'm sitting down and we're waiting for our professor to come. So this girl walks in and sits like at this corner part of the room where I'm like, cause you know, like I'm in like row. Were we in rows? Yeah, we was in rows first, but then we was put in circles. So we was put in circles. So all of us was like in circles, and like I was in here, and then like the girl was over here. So I'm texting my friend Amanda because then over around the summer she showed me some people that was in the CSU club that she was in that was supposed to be, I was planning to join the spring semester. The girl in the corner is the girl that Amanda showed me, Tamara. So I was like, yo, I'm texting Amanda while my teacher's going through attendance trying to learn all our names. I'm like, Amanda, isn't this this and that from the club? And she was like, send a picture. So me, I went like this. I was like, send. So, class going, yada yada. We're talking about whatever nonsense we was talking about that first day. Then class finished. So I'm sitting next to this Jamaican girl. Yeah, she was Jamaican. And Tamara walks up to her because she heard her accent in class. So she walks up to her telling her, "Oh, you should join CSU." Get this. She has this whole conversation talking about CSU first. Then after the conversation finished, she was like, "Oh, and my name is Tamara." I'm like laughing because for starters, how the hell you having a whole conversation? You forgot her name and you finally introduced her name at the end of the whole explanation. I'm like, that's not how normal conversation works. You're supposed to say, "Oh, hey, I'm Tamara and blah 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 CSU." So then she looks at me. She was like, "Oh, what you guys?" I was like, "That's just funny." Oh, like, "Oh, are you what's?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm Guyanese." So she was like, "Oh, join the club." I was like, "I am." I was heading to that club anyway because my friend Amanda's there. So we walk in there, whatever, and then we talking about the whole crowd and everything. And that's how like I met everyone else in the club room, which was Sheehan, TT, Leafa. I don't remember who else was like in the club room that day. But whatever. So I was saying, "Oh, I'm joining CSU." Whatever. Then the next day, I signed the official like the thing saying on the roster like I'm joining CSU. Yada yada. So semester going great actually. Classes was going decent, whatever. And I was like, "Yo, semester actually going kind of great," until hits the fact that you got finals and this is like you're finishing your first year in college and you have finals that you make sure you gotta pass, get your GPA up or whatever. So I'm like, "Yo, yeah, life going great. I got new friends, whatever. Like shit was going great. Then low-key getting tired. I was like, college, like honestly, it was boring. Spring semester was low-key kind of lit because like more like events was happening at that time and whatever, and it was kind of lit, yeah. And I'm like, "Oh, lit, made new friends, whatever, yada yada," as I just repeated. Then we got, okay, so it's May, so I'm like, yay. Literally after I think this week it's just finals, so we want to get finals over with. I'm actually very happy because the classes that I picked this semester, I only have one written final, and it's not even written, it's online. So it's an online final, and we don't have to come into campus for that. We can stay home and do it. And all my other classes finals is basically me doing an assignment or making something and just bringing it in that day they pick and like talk about it and leave. I was like, "Yo, what? I don't really got study this term." I was like, yes. I don't got to study at all. I was like, the Lord, whatever. Like, I picked the right classes this semester because I don't really got to study. But for music, and that's kind of easy because the tests, here's the thing, for our music class, basically, if you have passed your midterm and you just pass one of the finals, you're good. Because we have 3 exams in our class. 1 midterm and 2 finals. If you pass the midterm and the first final, you don't have to do the second final. So I'm like, I passed the midterm. So I just need to pass this final and I'm done. Bro, I'm telling you. My first year in college is crazy. And actually, low-key actually was kind of fun with all those stupid crap I was doing. So, I won't lie, doing the monologue, that scene with a part there, actually learning how to like do database work for a company was actually low-key kind of fun. And finally joining CSU and learning more about the West Indian culture and listening to like more freaking West Indian music is lit. Because I barely do that because I'm literally just home doing homework and drawing. So, that's that type of lit fun. Yo, speaking of lit time, the best way for me to actually enjoy myself before I had to like, sit here and like, I have finals and like homework assignments to finish up. My club, the club CSU had their CSU week and all the events was crazy. It was lit. I didn't go to like the 3 of them because I had like class homework assignments to like finish up and turn in and work on or whatever. So I missed out. So we did They had a steel pan workshop. Then it was carnival on the road. Then they had a wet fet, even though it was kind of brick outside, so they had it inside, so it was just a regular fet. Harry was lit. I wish I was there. I was doing homework, sadly. And then the last event was culture night. Culture night was lit because my friends were modeling. I was like, yo, yes, they killed it. If you don't believe me, you gotta watch it. Like, it's lit. Like I said, my friends killed it. I was like, yo, too bad I didn't get everyone else who was modeling because my phone started to die. But it was lit. I was like, even though I had to leave early because I knew it was going to rain and I kind of low-key want to get home before it rained, that was actually really fun. No offense, like, no matter what. It was actually fun. And the best way to end, like, low-key to me, that was, like, the best way to end the semester in my brain because I have, like, assignment system. Right now, it's just me focusing on these assignments I have to turn in these certain dates. So there's, like, no more, like, kind of fun. And I'm glad, like, the last fun thing I did was go to the culture night because low-key, I wasn't going to go because I wasn't doing anything but standing. It was worth it. Worth it. So that was my first year of college. Crazy. So honestly, I feel like to take from this, as I said like earlier, the classes that you pick, make sure you like actually enjoy sitting there and learning about that topic, because like if you don't, then you're gonna stress yourself like trying to like actually understand this stuff. If you enjoy the topic, I feel like it's much easier to like study and understand for when you get those finals. Another thing, as they say, make sure the finals don't correspond with each other, or like you have two finals on the same day and try to kill yourself with studying. Please don't. Even though well you may more or may not see your final schedule list yet, just keep in caution that you may or may not have finals like on the same day. And join clubs, go to fun activities, because you know you're gonna regret it, because like you're gonna sit there and be like, oh, I should have went to this and that. Trust me, I regret it. There was so much events you had like last semester and everything, and I clearly missed out on it because I was like, I don't want to go. I don't like want to be around people, and like I did regret not going, but it's okay. Because I went to culture night, the most fun I actually had all semester, really, besides meeting all my new friends and make friends. I'm telling you, make friends, because they don't come in handy, especially when you guys want to skip class and y'all gotta pick a schedule around to make sure like if you skip, the other friend gotta go to class or whatever. I'm telling you, in all your classes, at least make one friend that you know you're cool with, like you can get the homework from, or you get help from, or you guys can skip class together and whatever, you know. Literally, I got like my friend Mana, my friend Tima will be like, we're in this together when it comes to classes that we got together. So, yeah. My college experience in a year. Don't regret anything I did. I really don't. I made new friends. I may lost some few friends that I low-key don't care no more. It wasn't worth it. Whatever. I made new friends. I regained some friendships that I kind of lost, but it was for like a misunderstanding. So we got friendship back. I went to some events. I actually got my art exposed and whatever. And hey, I guess that's all the tea that's spilling here today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to press the notification bell so that you know when I upload a new video. And you can follow me on Instagram at royalty.west, where you can see all the stupid photos I post. I'll see you guys next time.